Hey guys, welcome back. You know, in this video we're gonna have some fun messing around with this laser burner. If you remember in the old videos, Banggood.com sent us this for free in hopes that it would be helpful in our project. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've just messed around with this enough that I feel confident we can experiment with it, and I'll show you something in a second. But I'll leave their information below so you can check it out and see. They have different burners. This is just one of them. And I did get a new PC running the new Windows system. Remember, this does not run on Vista. I learned that the hard way. There's no instructions that come with this, so you have to know a few things before you invest in one. But you know, if we're working on this together, I can show you a bit about what I learned about the software. You know, you can ask questions and I will do my best to answer, guys. So let me show you what I've done so far and how it works, and then we will experiment. Let me pop this camera off. This is power, okay, and you can kind of hear some little electronic hissing there. This one turns on this little blue laser light. Now that's not strong enough to burn anything. This is just used for spotting, you know, and lining up your work. So let me turn that off. For some reason they said don't leave that on longer than 20 seconds. I don't know why. There is the laser there. It's this unit here. There's a little fan on the back to keep it cool. And at the bottom is a focusing ring. So when you're ready to burn, you can turn this on and adjust the lens here so that that spot is in a super crisp dot. That way it will burn your image super crisp. If it's blurry, it'll burn blurry. Let me show you my experiments here. And this was the last one I did. This was what I wanted. This is a successful burn. And so I wrote down all the settings for the software here, and I recommend doing that. If you get a image that you like and you had success, then make sure you know what settings you had, because the software doesn't save any of that. It's kind of annoying, really. So I started going, let's burn that, and boy was that laser burner set way too high. You can see how deep it was. So I toned it down a bit, and then I got here, it's still a bit deep and dark, too much. So then we started having success. This is looking good, but then it started skipping and just all messed up and out of sync. Problem there was I found out that these rubber tracks was just a little bit too loose on this one there. So I tightened it up, and then we had success with that image there. So there's also another mode called outline mode, where instead of you see how there's all that dark there, it'll just trace everything. And I tried the brass powder in there with, you know, super glue, and that worked perfectly. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but it really worked well. So I'll have to figure out what images and what the settings of the software I need for that. But anyway, enough talking. Let's start having some fun. So I figured I'd go back to old projects and see if it can help make any of these easier or better or whatever. So right now we're just gonna do a Minecraft cube. So let me get this camera set up and I'll show you a little bit about the software. So the software that I'm using is Benbox, and if you're playing along at home, this is version, let's see, 3.7.99. And when you start it, you're going to want to come up here and put it over to English. Otherwise, it's all going to be in Chinese, and you're going to really have a hard time, unless obviously you speak Mandarin. So right here's your menu. You push this little button here, and you got your menu coming out. And there's two parts to this menu, this part here and this part. So if your burner is on, let's come over here and connect to COM. All right, now when you first do this, you're going to have to load some firmware through here, and I had a bit of a pain. Part of that was because I was running Vista. So let's load an image, and it's going to be all black and white. There we go. We're going to do this Minecraft block just to, I think it'd be kind of fun. Okay, there it is. Let me zoom out. Now this is tricky. I am so used to Photoshop and Illustrator. To zoom out, I'm going to come near this little red circle up here, and I'm scrolling down. Okay, so if I zoom here, if I scroll up here, this is like, it's an automatic magnifying glass, your cursor here. So it's oh man, this took me a long time to get used to. Let me show you a little bit about this. That's to turn the laser off. This is to show you where it's going to start burning so you can line up stuff. And this will outline the image here. So if I go to this, the laser burner is going to move. Let me show you. All right, let's turn on this little spotter there. And let's tell it to outline. I'm going to do that little outline button. Okay, how far is this going to go? Way too big. Okay, so way too big. I need to make this smaller. And I wish there was an easier way to do it. Okay, stop. Let's select the image and shrink it down a lot. So what I'm trying to get it to do is to burn on the face of one of these. So let's try it again. Follow on the top, just went over. Let's try it again. Following the edge. Oh, that's good. This one's important. Right here it says time. Let's do 5. We're going to do laser, scan by line. All right. Let me get the camera ready and we'll see what this does. So this is it going real time. You can see it's just going line by line. And drawing in the pixels of this block. So this will take way too long to film the whole thing. So I'm just going to film it for a little bit and then we'll skip ahead. Okay, it's done. Let's take a look. And you can see you have to adjust the scale of the gray. So the midtones definitely need to be lightened up. So if you guys remember, a while back we cut this emblem into this Master Sword on both sides, and that took a long time. This is a sword I made for my kids a while back, and I never really put that much work into it. I didn't really even finish it, so I thought we'd try it on here. On a sword that kids are going to beat up, you're not going to spend hours and hours on it. So also, this is the fume extractor. I kind of finished it up. I cut a little hole for the to access the buttons, and I put a computer fan, and that's actually just blowing through a cardboard box out a taped window. So it works pretty good. So I have this kind of set up here. I'm going to put this piece of paper on and protect the sword. We're going to do just a test burn. So I'm going to come here, and I will put this image on the in the video description for you guys. And I'm just going to click here. Let me make sure it's on servo. Yeah, it is. So let's see if it's lined up. I'll turn on the spot. Now it's just going to kind of frame a square again. I'm thinking that's a little crooked. So I'm going to click laser instead of servo now. And we'll burn an outline. It should do it pretty quick. Let's try it. And let me turn on the fume extractor. Alright, that looks pretty good, so let's do the real burning now. Alright, let's take a look. Well, that did a really good job. I'm really impressed. The first time I made a pass and it burned through, it was a little bit grainy. I didn't have it set high enough, so I just hit burn again. I didn't move it. and it really cleaned it up. It's nice. So let's do the other side now. Well, as you can see, this came out really well, really accurate. I hit burn 3 times, so it went 3 separate times, and each time it got a little bit deeper. This is kind of a hard ring, so it took a little bit of time to get burned in, but I think this will really work for some brass inlay. So let's try some more things and see what we can do with it. Now I'm going to try putting a brass powder Triforce on a ring. I already have this test burn that I did, make sure everything is aligned. And I'll adjust the settings, and let's turn the burn up to, I don't know, 5. Maybe I'll go several passes, and we'll see how this works. Here goes the brass powder. So taking a look at this ring, I think it came out very nice. I could never get that kind of detail this small and be this clean with it. It would take forever. I don't think it would look this good. Not even close. So this is a great tool for this kind of thing. And one thing I would also suggest is to put the super glue finish on before you engrave. You can see inside the bottom of the design there that I got some in there, and it's kind of shiny. So other than that, I think it came out really well. This brass powder in the Triforce, again, really clean, really nice. And one trick I found out in doing this is when you put the brass powder in and glue it and sand it, rub it on some chrome, so like some sort of crescent wrench or something with thick chrome or another hard surface. And that seems to flatten out the brass, and it gives it more of a solid brass look. It doesn't take as long as solid brass. This cube came out okay. This was kind of an experiment in, grayscale. So you can actually burn pictures. If you put a photo in the software, you could burn a photo on the wood. We didn't really try much of that. I did try the vinyl. That didn't work, remember, for the t-shirts, but it does cut paper out really nicely. And I was trying, I'll get to this in a minute, I was trying to make
some of the designs on this Sting sword. This is just a little thing I made for my son. And I think this will come out really nice for these things. I wouldn't want to carve that by hand either. I'm very happy with the results on here. Man, doing this by hand did take forever, and you can do it so easy with this burner. I'd never want to do it by hand again. Super clean results. You can't beat it. And this came out great as well. Happy with that. So it's a great tool. It's a great tool. This is a, let's see, a 22 by 17 area here. And again, that's a 1.6 watt laser. The lasers, you can buy different powered lasers and also bigger areas, bigger machines. So they have a lot of variety. You guys can check it out. So let's get to this stuff. We'll talk about the glue, and we'll do a couple viewer questions. Let me put the camera here. My email's in the About tab. It's happyatomirl@gmail.com. You spell it ATOM. This one is from David, and he says, "Hello, I'm trying to make your wooden veneer ring with a brass inlay, and I bought the wrong glue. Can you direct me to a website or store with the cheapest glue that will work for this project? I tried another liquid Loctite glue and it did not soak into the wood." So this is what I've been using now. I found this on Amazon, and I will put their link in the description. And you get a lot of glue for the money, and it's fairly inexpensive. And this stuff is the runniest stuff that I could find. This stuff is absolutely great. And if you do buy it below, Amazon will send me, a little thank you payment. So you can support this channel at the same time if you click on the link. If not, it's okay. Second question. We had one more. This one's from Rebecca Parker. She says, "I'm so excited about these rings. I have so many ideas. I'm eager to see the veneer testing video to find out which woods work better, as I'm struggling with some from the variety pack. Also, I've been struggling to get a high gloss shine on the final product. My paper towels just dry too fast and also get warm and smoke a little. The problem is cotton and paper, things like that, don't work with super glue. It's just not a good material. Try more synthetics like nylon or polyester. See which ones work better. Just put a bit of glue on it and see what happens to find the best fabric. Some shirts, I just use old clothes as rags. Some shirts are all cotton or half cotton or some cotton. Try to steer away from any fabric with any cotton. This does work for a finish, but it's going to give you a thin finish. If you want a thicker finish, you use a thicker super glue. So just get a kind of a regular syrupy super glue, and you should be able to get a nice finish on it. And she also sent some photos of some rings that she had made, and in this one she put a gemstone. She says she's a geology student, so that's kind of neat. I'd like to try that pretty soon. And also we are going to do the veneer video. I haven't forgotten about that, on testing bending different veneers, see which woods work better for that. This I wanted to get to. We have a couple things here. We'll do another giveaway. This was sent also by Banggood. They sell a lot more than just laser burners. They sell all kinds of stuff. So you could go to their website and check it out. But I've bought from them before. I bought drill bits from there. I bought an ocarina for my son for Christmas. They sell toys, all kinds of stuff that you might have a hard time finding in your local shops. But these I've tried out on this Sting sword. And I think we'll use these again in a future video. These are nice and sharp. Great chisels. It's a great set. So I'll put the link to this in there as well in case you guys are interested in that. And we'll get back to that in a future video. Also, they sent this for a giveaway for you guys. This is a coping saw. And let me get the camera off again. So here's what you get. It's a coping saw. It's got changeable blades. Here's some replacement blades. And this is looks like a glass blade. I saw a video on their website and they were cutting through a glass bottle. Here's another one. It's just a little thinner. And this is a bigger tooth saw blade there for cutting bigger pieces. If you don't know how these work, these are pretty handy because you can change the angle of the teeth. You can see they're pointed down right now. And so let's say you want to cut out a sword and you're going around here, but then the handle gets in the way. This bow, gets in the way. around some of the projects. So what you do is you unscrew it here, and you can turn the blade 90 degrees, 180, so that the teeth are actually pointing up towards the bow. And that way it allows you to totally turn this piece of work around and cut out whatever you want. Also, you can detach it, and let's say you're want to cut out like in the middle of a ring. You put the blade through and then reattach it, and you can cut holes out of things like that. It's pretty handy. And I didn't notice this at first, but you see they also put a glass cutting wheel on the very end of that. See that little circle at the very end? So you can, if you don't know how to cut glass, you just put one little line through it and snap it, and thing comes off. So anyway, we'll give this away. If you're not familiar with how giveaways work on this channel, we do them quite often actually. You got to subscribe and leave a comment. Let me mount the camera. All right, because this item's kind of heavy, I'm not going to do a international giveaway on this one. It would just cost too much to ship this. But if you're in the U.S., you have a U.S. address, go ahead and subscribe. That's the first thing you have to do if you want to enter. And then the second thing is to leave. We usually do a secret word in the comments section. So, and this one, we're going to just use the word SAW, S-A-W. And that way it helps me find those who entered the giveaway. So if you leave the comment in a sentence, don't just write the word saw. I saw whatever, or you could actually, thinking about it, you could put in a link from, hey, I saw this on Banggood, and if it's something cool that relates to this channel, you put in a link from Banggood, something that maybe you think I would like to see or check out, because they sell a ton of stuff, toys, clothes, electronics, all kinds of things. So anyway, good luck, guys. Hopefully this goes to some of you, one of you that doesn't have many power tools. This is a great starter tool. I know it's not a power tool, but this is a great tool if you're just trying to build your collection. You need a drill, you need little saws like this if you're doing crafts and stuff. It's a great thing to have. So hopefully somebody who needs this wins. Also, we'll do a worldwide giveaway. If somebody wants this ring, it's not one of my best ones. It's kind of thick, it's kind of bulky, but it came out all right. So you got the Triforce on it, and then a cryptic message all the way around. So if you want to win this, I'll mail this out anywhere in the world. Just send me an email at happyatomirl@gmail.com, and in the subject line put ring giveaway, and then tell me what you think this says on the ring, and include your address so I can just drop it right in the mail, and I don't have to go back and forth with emails. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I know I'm slow. We had a great summer so far. My family, we've been doing a trip. We just took one to the Grand Canyon. That was awesome. We had a great time. But we'll catch up on some of the videos that I promised on, like how to make these templates for projects like this, the swords, how I make all those templates, things like that. So thanks for being patient. Also, thanks to Banggood, you guys, for sending me this laser burner. It was a little frustrating at first, only because, you know, I'd never used it and there wasn't too much explanation, but I figured it out. And now I think for making crafts and stuff, it's almost, you know, it's invaluable. You really do. If you're going to make certain things, need a tool like that. It just saves you so much time. So thank you to them, and go ahead and check out, if you want, their information. I'm going to leave it in the description below, and you can check out this exact burner that I use or some of their other stuff. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.